Greetings and good day, my little tarot bites. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. It's your girl, Chi-Town Ronnie. I want to give a big welcome to my subscribers. Thank you for following me. If you just so happen to fall onto this channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as part of the family. You know, we're over here just collecting information that divine source gives us. And so here to expound on the reading that I started on the Instagram for this day, Wednesday, October the 11th. I started out on the Instagram. I want to get that date out. Okay. Before we do anything, y'all, yesterday, October the 10th, Pluto went direct. So the 6 months that we've been going through with bullshit, the depression, the high anxiety, the intense feelings, baby, those are over. Those are over. We are now in the mode of receiving divine downloads, divine intelligence. We're going to be moving. We're going to be moving in the right direction, you know, and that metaphorical boot that has been on our necks for the last 6 months, baby, that's gone. That's gone. So having said that, on the Instagram, I introduced our cards for today. It's the Energy and Spirit Oracle, and that is by Sandra Ann Taylor, and that is a Hay House production. And then we're using the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teachings of Abraham, and that too is a Hay House production. So when you all see this candle, it's because it's dark over here. It's 5 a.m, and I got to get this reading out because I got to go to work. I got to go to school, and then I got to go to work. But I want to make sure y'all get your downloads before we do that. So without any further ado, we picked card number 12, Elementals, Nature Spirits, and the 4 elements. So numerologically, let's just break this down real fast. 1 + 2 is 3. We got 3s yesterday. Okay, for exactly in the same position. And again, 3 is for creativity and abundance. It could also mean fertility, the birth of a child, the power of 3, acknowledgement, and creativity and development. All right. So now, with that one, we got card number 40. And so it's just 4, you know. And 4 is stability, boundary, structure, foundational support, and, you know, and power. Okay, and so those are the cards that we got before us. Let's get into Jerry and Esther Hicks first. Okay, so card number 40. Let me bring this up to you. And I'm trying to get that glare off, y'all. And it says, action inspired from aligned thoughts is joyful action. So what we're talking about here, collective, is inspired action. I'm trying to try and see if I can bring. There we go. There we go. I think that's a little better. All right, perfect. So what we're talking about here, collective, with card number 40 is inspired action. Okay, so let's just when we are trying to manifest our life, our world, and our affairs, there's, you know, we got to take action. The universe, I always say the universe loves gratitude and it loves actions. And let me just say this, action without vision is only passing time. You know, vision without action is merely daydreaming, but vision with action, you know, that can change your world. And you got to beware. You got to beware of, you got to beware because there's a big difference between inspired action and activity. Activity comes from the brain and mind, and it is rooted in disbelief and lack of faith. You know, you are taking action to quote unquote make your desire happen. The difference is inspired action is allowing the laws of the universe to work through you and to move you. Activity feels hard, but inspired action feels amazing. Inspired action is action that feels effortless, and joyous, and brings no stress. You got to remember, collective, that every action in our lives touches on some chord that will vibrate with us. It would just vibe with us. So know your difference between inspired action and just being busy, you know. And for me, I always know that inspired action for me, for Chi-Town, it just feels what's easier. Well, there's no pressure, there's no thought to it. I know that that is an inspired action for me. So that's how I know what inspired action is for. But now in this card, elementals, they're talking about nature spirits. And this right here, hold on, let me see if I can bring this up to you guys. And there's that glare. Here we go. You see, we got some fairies and some gnomes and shit. Those are called elementals. Okay. I'm not into all that. We're not talking about all that. All right. I believe in energies and stuff like that. And I believe that, at some point, people, they put a name to these energies, and that's why we got fairies and all that type of stuff. But the four elements now, see, now that is something that I can sink my teeth into. So we talking about air, water, earth, and fire. Okay. So now in the tarot for air, okay, when we're talking about air, we're talking about Gemini, Libras, and Aquarians, which I happen to be an Aquarian, and so when it comes to air, we're talking about intellect, understanding, logic, reason, struggle and conflict. Those are for the air signs. Okay. Now, when we talk for the water signs, we talk about Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And for those signs, for that element, that's emotions, ideas, hopes, relationships, also psychic capabilities. When we talk about the earth, we talking about Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And, with those signs, we talking about money, livelihood, home, health, and survival. And when we're talking about fire, we're talking about the Aries, the Leos, and the Sagittarians. And we're talking about intuition, intuitive vision, creativity, sexuality, and spirituality. See, those are the things that we're talking about. So in this reading, collective, I'm feeling that divine source. Let me see if I can pull this back up for you guys. I feel that divine source is telling us to take divine action, to take inspired action, but to know what you are dealing with. Know the elements that you're dealing with, which means, they are assigned to people. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sag, you know that you're dealing with somebody that's creativity, that's very creative and very sexual and very spiritual. If you're dealing with, an earth sign, you're dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, and you're dealing with somebody that's about their money, about their livelihood, about, that promotion and their health and their survival and stuff. And when you talk about air signs, the Gemini, the Libras, and the Aquarians, you're talking about somebody with great logic, understanding, and reasoning and intellect, but they also like a struggle. They love a conflict. Baby, let me tell you, I'm an Aquarian. Do not ask me if I'm going to be part of the problem of the solution, because I promise you I'm going to be part of the whole problem. That's how I roll. It is what it is. When we talk about the water signs with the Cancers, the Scorpios, and the Pisces, we're dealing with people that are very emotional, and their ideas and their hopes and their relationships, they also got psychic capabilities. You got to know the medium in what you're working with. And that's what this reading is for. That's what, again, Pluto went direct. And, I feel that this reading is like giving us a guide to what we got to do to get to where we got to go. So that's your reading for Wednesday, October the 11th. So there you go. Collect, if you resonated with this reading, pass it on to somebody, maybe the blessing that they're looking for. And while I'm in the asking mood, if you could please like, share, follow, and subscribe. It's all those things that I ask you to do is free. It gives me some engagement, makes me feel like I'm not speaking to, the great void out there. And it's all free. So with that being said, collective, I got to get ready and get to school and get to work. And you all stay blessed, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Thanks for tuning in.